Okay, I am live. Indeed. Live. But can I hear anything?
I am live.
I sure can. All right. Right, so let's get into it. May it please the viewers, I'm Sydney Winston. Have you ever met Holly Baglio on social media or on YouTube? She's been around for many years. She has a story that obviously no one can believe, nobody does believe, but she sticks to it. So what I want to do today is introduce you to Holly. She did a live stream either yesterday or early today, I can't remember. But I've got a couple of clips from way back when to show you first. They're just a minute each. 2017 is the first one.
I could hear somebody's voice or see their name or look at their picture or see their hand. It doesn't matter. I have dreams that come true. So I don't have to be there. I like staying. I can walk into a supermarket and some days it's fine and I'm walking through there just fine and there's no problem. And then there's other times that I walk into a supermarket and I look into somebody's eyes and it's like I can see right through their soul and I can see what they're thinking. And I'm like, oh my God, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Lord, have mercy. And I go into a panic attack, but I can see some things sometimes when God allows me. So I stay home alone by myself a lot. I keep control of my atmosphere. I don't go out in public a lot. I don't want people touching me. I don't like it.
Okay, so that was the first one. Oh, hold on.
I wouldn't mind having a boyfriend though.
Hold on. I stopped it way too soon. Sorry. Hold on. Way too soon. Let me get back on track here. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't mind having a boyfriend though. Anyway.
Okay, so look. Look at her face. Look at that smile.
Anyway, and when I did have one, I got rid.
See? Look at those eyes. They're kind of sparkly, aren't they?
Of them.
Why?
Okay, so that's the first one. Let's go straight to the second one.
Okay, not enough. Was Holly a junkie? No, I was never a junkie. I was on prescription medications for my disabilities. Although, don't get me wrong, I used to party a lot. But I would never classify myself as a junkie because I was always functioning. Like I had a full-time job. I did martial arts after work. I took care of my gram. But on the weekends...
You never took heroin?
I can't say that. No, I've tried a bunch of drugs in my life.
Meth? Crack?
I tried a bunch of drugs in my life. Yeah,
May I ask what your disabilities are?
Rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, sciatica in my back, down both legs, Baker cysts in my knees, behind each kneecap, and in my back. I suffer from irregular heartbeats, high and low blood pressure, depression, anxiety, panic, severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, but that all aside, how are you?
That all aside, how are you, Holly? Okay, well, Holly hasn't stopped. She's not looking too good, I want to say that. But essentially, I'm going to get right into it, and here she is, starting off the live stream. Oh no, that's right at the end. Hang on a sec. Hang on a moment. I messed up. That's right at the end there. All right, let's go to the beginning. And look at that. There she is. You ready for this? Okay. Let's do it. Let's see what you can pick up, and tell me how much fact you can ascertain from what she says. How much is fact? How much is fiction?
There's somebody at my door. I gotta go to the vape juice store. So,
Wait, I just want to draw your attention to what she called her live stream. She titled it, "Do Not Celebrate. I am begging you." What is that all about? I don't know, but let's find out.
I really hope nobody is celebrating the 4th of July.
Oh, is that what it is? Why?
Like, seriously, I hope nobody's celebrating it. Like, I hope you guys look at the calendar and say, you know what? The 4th means nothing to me. And treat it like any other day. That's what I'm hoping everybody does, is that nobody celebrates the 4th of July. Don't even say happy 4th. Just have nothing to do with it. Stick your middle finger up to Satan. That's probably not appropriate, Abba. Don't do that. Rebuke them. But don't have anything to do with this holiday. Anyway, so like my neighbors were having fun setting off. Oh my God, they had these extraordinarily loud firecrackers. When they went boom, the whole house rattled. And the dog's not here. The owner and the dog, they're out doing whatever until whenever. So I have the place to myself. I always have the place to myself.
You always have the place to yourself? That's very
I
nice.
think that's why they rent it to
You're
me.
very lucky.
Free money. They're never home to even see me here. And when I am here, I'm either sitting here or in my bedroom. I don't really.
Well, you look pretty happy on the he bales.
I do my
Whatever
own
you're sitting
thing.
on. There you go. Oh,
I
chair.
keep to myself. I go my own way.
Mm-hmm.
And going my own way usually means I'm going to find Yahushua and see what he's up to.
Who? Who's up to what? I didn't get that.
Other than that, I'm trying to encourage myself to eat. I'm hungry this morning, but I don't feel like cooking. And I have to wash my dishes first before I can cook. Because I didn't wash them at all yesterday. Since I had the place to myself, why bother washing dishes?
What does that mean?
Nobody's here to remind me. I like the sink clean. Yeah, so do I. Anyway, here. Uno momento.
Where you going, Holly?
So today is July 5th. It is a Sabbath. I am celebrating the Sabbath.
Celebrating the Sabbath, huh? How you doing that? For getting off camera? Not good. Oh, there you go.
I had 4 kratom shots already today.
You had 4 what shots? Kratom shots?
My intestines hurt really bad.
That's because you had 4 kratom shots, obviously.
I did not have a good morning.
Kratom shots will kill your day. Kill the mood. Kill the buzz of the day. Kratom shots. I don't even know what that is. Talk, Holly, talk.
I don't really.
This
have
goes on for
anything to
2
talk
hours,
about.
let me tell you. I don't know if I'm going
I
to
gotta
last that long.
start getting busy and doing my work.
I wanted to start
Got a
telling
lot
her
of
tall
computer work
tales.
to
'Cause
do.
she does get into it, I'm pretty sure. She always does, every single time.
I don't know. I wanted to see who was around, but I guess just the 3 of us.
Three's a meeting.
You know, I really like my life now, where I only celebrate what Yahuwah celebrates or what he wants me to celebrate.
And who's he?
Life is just so much easier. Like, so much easier.
Oh, life is easier for Holly.
I remember before I even woke up to like the MK Ultra and Super Soldier stuff,
Here she goes.
back when I was the old creation, had tons of friends,
See?
places to be, things to do all the time. I always had pain in my intestines. I always had a bellyache. And that bellyache was always from stress. I always felt pulled in so many directions and never truly doing what I wanted to do. I'm glad my life is quiet now. I'm glad I don't have the riffraff in it. My belly still hurts, but a lot less than it did. I don't know. It always took so much effort to get ready, get everything together, then drive 45 minutes to an hour to see my friends. I was always in Bergen, Newark, Jersey City. Long before I knew anybody in Newark, I was hanging out in Jersey City. Jeez. I was thinking about taking a ride down the shore. I haven't been down the shore in so long. I remember my friends and I, we used to stay at the Aztec. It was a hotel right on the boardwalk in Seaside. Oh my God.
I have an idea. I think that Holly should invite J-Dubs and Von Helton to where she is. I mean, she's a Jersey girl. The two vagabonds live or are wandering around New Jersey. This is way out of in the boonies. They're far away from everybody. No one can find them, and they can live stream to their heart's content. So the three of them could actually do a live stream together. That would be fucking the ultimate internet, in my opinion. Carry on, Holly.
I was definitely an instigator. Anyway, I like my life the way it is now. It's nice and quiet. No drugs. No obnoxious people. No coke addicts with a daughter trying to move in my house to live off of me. No wannabe famous musicians trying to live off me either. Riding my coattails, chasing fame. I was talking to somebody the other day. I felt bad. I even watered down my testimony. I was talking to somebody the other day and they had been in the Navy for like 4 years. And they're like, well, I never saw combat. You got to have somebody show you their WWD 14 papers to prove that they've been in combat. And there I am sitting at the table having seen combat. I kid you not. I watered down my testimony and I would not even talk about my combat experience with the other person. Because I knew this other person would just sit there and mock me and laugh at me.
Obviously.
And I could care less what they think or what they believe. Anyway, I don't care about your opinions. Like, I have friends.
Why would you care? It's a lie.
And because my friends and I are cut from the same cloth.
You don't have any friends.
We're of Yahuwah's mind. So we don't have opinions. We just know what Yahuwah likes and dislikes, and that's what we go with. But everybody else out in the world, all you other people,
that would be
this
me.
person I was telling me, I never saw combat. I was thinking to myself, man, first time I saw combat, I was 5 years old.
That's what I'm talking about with Holly Baglio's Tall Tales. First time Holly Baglio saw combat, she was 5 years old. Does the story get any better?
I'm not talking about human hunting parties. That's not combat.
What are you talking about?
It should fall under it. But that's a human hunting party.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I know what it's like to be a deer.
You do you? You do know what it's like to be a deer? You've been a deer, have you? Deer?
But yeah, the first time I saw combat, I was 5 years old.
5 years old, yep.
About 5, 6 years old.
Who believes that?
When Majestic 12 did a child rescue mission. My foot was at a child rescue mission. All they did was
5,
grab us and
6
turn
years
us back over into different MK Ultra
Okay,
projects.
this is where she goes crazy talk. And I'll just let her carry on.
The factions of the
own.
government were fighting with each other. And they wanted us kids. So Majestic 12 came in and they took us. Most of the kids were shot dead because the lab coats figured it'd be better for the kids to die than for them to lose custody of these kids. And the kids that I'm talking about, gene splicing was used. We were all created human beings. I'm not talking about the people you see on the internet like Debbie and Allie and Shelly and Safi and all of these other people trying to be super soldiers. Lying through their teeth to get popularity, friendships, money, attention. And meanwhile, the real victims, the real survivors of these projects, I don't know why I'm not good enough for you people anymore. Why you got to go running off to all these fakes, frauds, and liars? Why me, the real victim who's overcome all of these traumas and tortures to be a survivor? I don't know why I'm not good enough for you people anymore. Hey, Southern mofo, how are you? Right? Hey, listen, I was shooting for infamy. Yes, I was. Because if people thought I was crazy, then they'd stay the hell away from me. And I can have my seclusive, reclusive life where
I
nobody
stay away
bothers
from
with
you
me.
because I do think you're crazy.
Right? That's the ticket, is infamy, because then people think you're crazy to stay away from you. Fame fades. And I'm broker than a joker, so yeah,
Poor broke
I
after
ain't
all these
famous.
years. She used to beg for money. I can't.
I figured, being a part of a Rothschild assassination attempt should qualify me for infamy.
Listen to this.
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking.
Listen to. actually like these tales
I
because
had a
they're
bunch
so
of
out
kratom
there.
shots this morning. My intestines are killing me, but I'm starting to eat solid foods. So, those solid foods going through my intestines and functioning normal. It's going to be a little discomforting at first, but I'm feeling good. Yeah. So, yeah, I was thinking about all that stuff this morning about the super soldier projects.
Tell us.
The rituals that they would force me to be a part of so I would not talk. And there was no choice about it because I was told that you guys went through this too. And when I woke up in 2014, none of you people went through this. None of you people are created humans. None of you people are super soldiers. None of you people had to go through what I went through. None of you. I was led to believe that all of you went through it and all of you were stronger than me because you never talked about it. Yeah, you never talked about it because you guys were never in the dumps. And what is wrong with people trying to fake being in the dumps? Trying to fake being a super soldier. There's something wrong with people playing victim and trying to be victim, or worse off, you get these people online saying that they're super soldiers, saying that they're MK Ultra survivors and they were pimped out and all this other stuff. And they're just sitting there lying about it. Like point blank, just lying about it. I've met people that are paranoid schizophrenics, but they want you to believe that they were trafficked because you pay attention to them with that kind of story. But if you knew the truth and you knew they were just paranoid schizophrenics, you wouldn't bat an eyelash at them. But these paranoid schizophrenics jump online and go, oh, it's voice to skull technology in my head. No, it's not. It's demonic possession. The government's not after me. They're certainly not going to be after you.
Because Holly is so
Now, are they
important.
trying to kill everybody on a grand mass scale? Yes. There are no targeted individuals. Those are paranoid schizophrenics. Undiagnosed paranoid schizophrenics, they need to get off the computer and stop listening to demons and stop listening to these other people that are filled with demons on the internet talking out their ass. I know people, oh, Holly, your story, I connect with your story so much. I just must be from the dumbs because I have so much empathy for you. I must be a super soldier too. No, you're not. Stop it. Oh my goodness. All you did was grow up to be an adult who loves your child fantasies. You got to grow up and mature sometime and let it go. I know I won't drop names, but because there's a group of people out there, everything I say, they say the opposite of. There's this one woman, and when you talk to her, I personally like quarters. I'm not big on pennies. And when you talk to her, she'll have you thinking that you went through the MK Ultra projects and you never did. And I saw this one, like I said, if I'm going to save something, it would be quarters. I don't like pennies. You talk to that one woman, she'll have you so screwed up in the head, you'll be signing yourself into a mental ward. I know this other guy. Oh, Holly, I don't have any memories of the dumbs, but I know I was a super soldier. Okay, you don't have memories of the dumbs because you weren't there. Stop trying to be a super soldier. This is not glitz and glamour, you jackasses. Just because you have empathy and sympathy doesn't mean you went through it too. Just because you have demonic attacks that are similar to mine does not mean you're a super soldier. What I went through was a small group of kids. It was not everybody everywhere. Russ Tisdar's statistics are way off. Way off. And I was the very first super soldier Russ Tisdar ever met face to face. From the dumbs. Not a cult, not a coven. Real deal. Created Uberman. Created war, ultimate war fighting weapon. Yep, laugh it up. Get it out of your system. Your mocking of me won't change these facts that I'm speaking right now. And no, I don't talk about my combat experience with a lot of people, especially people that are a part of the public military, because they're just not awake. Oh, they talk like patriots and constitutionalists, but there's no action behind it. Even when they pray, they're so selfish, they only pray for themselves. They don't even think about you guys. They pay their tax dollars blindly to a government and then fight with me going, no, we have a republic country. No, we don't. The USA is a corporation, has been a corporation for a very, very long time. President Trump is the president of this corporation. We don't have a country. We have not had a country in a very long, long, long time. Wake up. Hey, European Chucker, how you doing? I know, it's been a while. I'm doing good. Yeah, if they pay him at all. So, Georgia Guidestone said they're going to bring the population down to 500 million. There are no targeted individuals, guys. Well, if you want to say that every single person alive right now on the face of the earth is a targeted individual, everybody in my chat room, everybody across the board, look to your left, look to your right, look behind you, they're all targeted individuals. Everybody alive right now is a targeted individual. I would say yes, because they're coming to kill us all. So when you get these little groups of people like Deborah T and all of those people go, oh, I'm a TI. The government sits outside my house just waiting to give me a bad day.
They're coming to kill us all, everybody. They're coming to kill us all.
Okay.
What does that mean?
They have
Who's
mental
coming?
problems, these people.
You don't,
The government
of course.
doesn't want them.
Yeah.
The government already has you guys as it is. You got Siri in your house. You have your cell phones. You have your routers. So the government's already got you guys, and they only want to kill you. You have nothing else that matters to them. They just want you dead. So CIA, FBI is not sitting outside your house or any other targeted individual's house, not Sterling, Susan, or any of those people. The government doesn't want them. Okay, the government wants them dead, but they don't have any information that the CIA would be sitting outside their house pointing direct energy weapons at them. All that ringing in your ears, don't feel special. Everybody has it because there's Gwen towers all over the place. They have nothing to do with our cell phones. They're all about sending out frequencies that hurt us. And no, there is no rapture. What they're trying to do is stop Yahusha's.
Listen, stop about Yahusha, whoever or whatever that is. But if any of you were around in the 80s, when all we had were landlines, I remember sitting around in social circles and listening to some people talk conspiracy theories about how they tapping your landlines and don't say anything on the landline, don't say anything on the phone that could get you into trouble. Same thing as what she's doing now, by warning everybody about, oh, they're watching you through Siri, through your iPhone, through the internet, through the router. I mean, the conspiracy theories have not changed. They've just adapted to the different technology, but the same fear-mongering bullshit, as you can tell, is still very much alive.
Return. That fifth rider on a white horse, that's Yahusha when he's getting rid of the tares, when he has to battle. There is no him just returning and showing up.
Oh, this is when she goes
Everybody
nuts.
hates him. And the people that say they believe him, they wouldn't recognize him if he bit him on the nose because they're so busy bringing their sins to the foot of the cross, praying to some white, long-haired, pot-smoking, hippie-looking dude.
What the fuck is this woman talking about now? I mean, she went from super soldiery to I went into combat for the first time at 5 years old, and she's angry that nobody believes her.
And that's not what he looks like at all. He's got bronze skin and white wool hair. That's not a white dude. Oh, but Holly, I don't see him as white or black. Enough. The Bible in Revelation tells you what he looks like. And it also says don't have images. So that Shrouded Turin, you nitwits, are turning into a 3D image. You're breaking your very own 10 Commandments. First,
she gets really hung up on this Bible thing. She has aged so... Hey, Christina. She's aged so much, she looks 10 years older than me. You're 57 and she's younger? Yeah, she's younger, but she does look terrible. Oh.
4 commandments tell you how to love your creator. Last 6 tell...
Help me get through this, because this is the same Holly Baglio with the same bullshit that she was spewing 10 years ago.
Tell you how to love your neighbor. Yahusha outsmarted all of you. Oh, you know, 10's a big number.
Who is Yahusha? I don't get that.
I know I got 10 fingers, but 10 commandments? But just tell me the basic bare minimum. What can I skate by with? Yahusha outsmarted y'all when he said, love you with all your heart and love your neighbor like yourself. Because all the first...
Love your neighbor like yourself? What if you hate yourself? Then, you get the planet that we have. 4 commandments tell you how to love Yahuwah, and the last 6 tell you how to love your neighbor. So, guys, memorize them. Yahusha, live them. What's going on?
Yesterday, I get a phone call. Holly, do you think I opened up a portal in my life, and that's why my wife is cheating on me? And I gotta know these answers. And Holly, do you think I did something? Yeah.
She's full of crap. I got a phone call. She starts out by saying, I'm away from everybody. I'm alone. No one's here. No one can find me. It's great. I love it. I love my new life. And now all of a sudden people are phoning her. People, no one could get in touch with her, she says, in the beginning. But now, people are phoning her and confessing. What is she? She's like the priestess. But look at that. She's aged a lot. Man, you're right. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, I think you did something. Okay? When the lights go on and off in your house, you sit there going, oh, is that my dead friend Bruce? Turn the lights on if it's, oh, the lights went on. That's my dead friend Bruce. It's not your dead friend Bruce. It's a demon impersonating your dead friend Bruce. Demons have been around for a very long time. They know. When you think it's just you and your mother having a private conversation in a bedroom, nobody's around, demons are still there.
Say nothing.
They hear you, they see you, they know human nature. And there you are in your house talking to a demon, calling it your friend Bruce. No, you didn't open up a portal. You just invited the demons in. And that's what you're...
The thing is that this woman, Holly, she talks to Yahusha and Yahuwah and who knows who Elsa all the time. And now she's giving some guy shit for talking to someone in their head. Just like Holly does. She talks to someone in her head who has very many names, it seems. I don't know how many people in her head can fit in her head.
You're worshiping. Just because you say you're saved and you think your Savior's real and you think you believe in him, that's not good enough.
Obama
you ain't
was a
living
teen.
right. You're not
In
putting
the
the Bible
secret
into
moon,
practice. I don't care how much you read it. Oh, Holly, I've read it 30, 50
I
times.
bet you she'll even
oh,
say
Holly,
that.
I've been a believer for 60 years.
Today.
Yeah, and you're no closer to Yahuwah when you first met
Yahuwah?
him.
Who's
Because you
Yahuwah?
just take everything that's thrown at you in the spirit realm, you slap the J-Man's name on it, and then you run with it.
J-Man.
You don't test spirits, you don't use fasting appropriately, and you don't know spiritual warfare, and your pride and ego are constantly getting in the way.
Fasting, you don't fast properly, and your pride and ego are getting in the way. Look at her. She's been complaining about her health, her intestines, her IBS, or who knows what, and she's giving other people advice about, fasting and healthful eating.
And when
She's fasting too much.
And when that's not enough, then you run and get churchanity and you hide behind your religion, your legalism, your doctrines. All doctrines are of demons. Yahusha's words are
Yahusha.
living. They're not doctrine. They're living logos. He is the living logos. His human body, when he was crucified, that's the living logos.
That's the living lie. That is the biggest lie of all time. Living logos. What the hell does a living logos mean? Doesn't make sense. Logos involves non-living, right? It involves spiritual, doesn't it? Or philosophical. So how does living... I might be wrong there, you can correct me, but it just doesn't seem to fit.
Right there. That's the word that became flesh. That's why you'll never change as living logos. But as far as your hardcover and softcover books with the title Holy Bible on it, those can change. They've already changed. The scribes lied in them. Look at what King James did to it. He didn't worship Yahuwah.
So when you, Holly, when you reference the Bible, what are you referencing?
He was in the demons. Constantine killing his wife and one of his kids, and you guys with your stupid cross. Oh, Constantine who Christianized everything. Yeah, you're all going to hell. Jordan Maxwell said it best when...
Have you noticed that Holly's, what do they call it? Her photo on her YouTube channel, she just said something negative about the cross, right? So I just want to say, hold on, I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there we go. If you look down at the bottom here, if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but down the bottom here, her cross, her image has the reflection of a cross off her forehead which she was very proud of back in the day. I remember when we used to go live together in Hangouts. So she's weird. I mean, she's crazy.
He said Christians don't even know what they're believing in. They don't even know what they're worshiping. And they don't. Because they don't do any research or studies. They don't look into anything. They don't test the spirits. They don't rely on Yahweh.
She's an expert.
Excuse me, I rebuke that. They don't rely on Yahuwah, heaven.
Yeah. Excuse me, I rebuke that. What was all that about?
Became flesh. That's why you'll never change as living logos. But as far as your hardcover and softcover books with the title Holy Bible on it, those can change. They've already changed. The scribes lied in them. Look at what King James did to it. He didn't worship Yahuwah. He was in the demons. Constantine killing his wife and one of his kids, and you guys with your stupid cross.
I went back too far,
Constantine
sorry.
Christianized everything. Yeah, you're all going to hell. Jordan Maxwell said it best when he said Christians don't even know what they're believing in. They don't even know what they're worshiping. And they don't. Because they don't do any research or studies. They don't look into anything. They don't test the spirits. They don't rely on Yahweh.
She said Yahweh? Okay, so everybody says Yahweh, right?
Excuse me, I rebuke that. They don't.
I rebuke that. Yahweh, I rebuke that. Now she goes and changes the name from Yahweh to
Rely on Yahuwah, heavenly.
Yahuwah, which is fine. Okay, she calls Yahweh Yahuwah. But then who's Yahusha? But Yahweh's Yahuwah.
Abba. They don't go to Yahusha directly, but
Yahuwah and Yahusha are two different people or two different things. I didn't know that.
they're always slapping his name on everything. I got the spiritual gifts. I can look right through you guys. It doesn't matter if you want to give me a fake name, fake ID. Yahuwah, if I ask him, will always show me who you are. My thing is,
How does she feel? Where does she feel? Where does she get that self-entitlement to this direct connection to the God, the creator of all the universe? There's like God, the creator of all the universe, and then there's Holly, and then somewhere way down, below the spiritual realm where Holly seems to reside, somewhere on Earth, is everybody else. So crazy, I don't think I've ever met anybody crazier than this one. Even Von Helton's not as crazy as this one.
is that I have to listen to him. And just because you guys use his name does not mean you're into him. And how dare you guys use me to figure out if your spouse is cheating on you with my spiritual gifts? I already gave you freedom, deliverance. I'm sorry. I already shared my spiritual gifts. I already gave you guys the prophet's reward. And what did I tell you when I gave?
You got these spiritual gifts, and all you can use them for is to figure out if some guy's wife is cheating on them.
Give you the prophet's reward. I said, you already got the answers. If you want any more, you have to go to Yahuwah yourself. But you don't do that. You still keep calling me on the phone, asking me for my spidey senses. I already told you what time it was.
Oh boy, she's yelling. Hey, Christina, Now You See TV. That one must have been before my time. I've never heard of them. Also, William Schnobelin. I've never heard of that guy. Who thinks he was a vampire? Okay, well, if William Schnobelin thinks he was a vampire, Holly Baglio here thinks she was a combat at 5-year-old super soldier. But look at her now. That's the face of a crazy woman or crazy person. You can't really tell if that is a male or female. When you look at that face, that is a face of pain and desperation. It's kind of sad to see, really.
You're supposed to go back to Yahuwah with prayer and fasting on your knees and start talking to him. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to bind and cast away your own demons.
Yahuwah.
No, you're not smart enough to open a portal. But what you did do is you opened up doors for these things to walk through. You know those kids you got that you never turned on to Yahusha? You're responsible for them. It doesn't matter whether they're 4 days, 4 months, or 40 years old. You were supposed to
Your kids are atheists because you didn't turn them on to Yahusha. It's your fault. You are responsible.
raise them in the ways of Yahuwah, even if you did not believe. They were gifts from Yahuwah to you, and what'd you do with it? Now you can't baptize your kids for yourself.
That
Your
shit
kids
crazy.
have to want to do their baptizing and make that decision for themselves. Now, as far as the baptism ceremony, yes, anybody loving Yahusha can do it. You guys, if you believe in him, you should be ordained by now anyway.
Well, the thing is, Holly Baglio, this Yahusha and the Yahuwah and all these years, they don't exist. They're mythical. They're stories, tall tales, if you want, and you're just repeating them. But the best bet, I mean, you're a great storyteller and go for it. Repeat as many stories as you want, but don't do it with by you showing us how much you actually believe in nonsense, in this mythical nonsense, in this fiction, and getting angry about it. You're losing. That's the entertainment for us. That's it. You know, get real. Just get real.
You should have
If you
gone through
want.
that ordainment ceremony by now.
It's a crazy mess. Yep.
You don't know Yahuwah until you celebrate his feasts and festivals along with him.
So this is the thing. She has the authority to know Yahuwah, whereas nobody else can possibly know Yahuwah like Holly Baglio knows Yahuwah, because Holly Baglio says so. It's like the Bible. Whatever's written in the Bible must be true because it's written in the Bible. Huh?
When I see you have that action, then I know you're my sibling.
What?
I want a family, guys.
No, you don't.
If you don't mind,
You fucking
Yahusha
crazy.
can supply that. We just need him. And I want you guys to be my family. I'm asking.
No,
No, I'm
thank
begging.
you.
Don't celebrate
Not a
all
chance
these
in
crap
hell.
holidays.
No way.
10 new kids on the street every week. Adulterous generation wants. You know the verse? I don't. 10 new kids on the street every week, man.
She's just gonna start whispering. Then I'm just gonna.
It's a great
Increase the
falling away,
speed.
guys. They're not going to turn to Yahusha. Any pulpit saying that there's a great awakening, stay away from that pulpit.
Any
They're going
pope.
to lead you to doom. Come talk to me. You know why? Because
Why?
you and I, we can both humble ourselves and go straight to Yahuwah and see what
Ah,
he's
we
got
go
to say. Speaking of
straight
which,
to
Abba,
Yahuwah.
I repent for my sins known and unknown.
I repent for my sins, known and unknown, as
Can
well.
you tell us what's going to happen? I know you already told me, but I want to know
I feel so
again.
much better.
Practice makes perfect, Abba, and I got to get this down pat.
She talks to God just like
I know, it's
he's
great to
there,
see
right? So I
you.
can do the same thing.
My heavenly
Yahusha,
Yahuwah,
Yahuwah.
who art in
Hey
heaven,
guys.
hallowed be thy
Hey
name.
guys.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Please give us this day our daily bread. Please, Yahuwah.
Please, Yahuwah. Now she's quoting from the Bible that she says that she was criticizing through King James and scribes and I don't know. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she did mention King James. That's the Bible, right? And she discredited King James for unknown reasons. To me,
Forgive our trespasses as we forgive
This is from the
those
Bible,
who trespass
that
against us.
she's
Please do not lead us into temptation.
she's saying
but
is not
deliver
true.
us from evil.
Is
For
false,
the kingdom
fake.
is
The Bible is
heaven
fake. I agree with
thine,
her.
and the power and glory forever and
So
ever.
why is
Barak
she-
Yahuwah for Yahusha Mashiach. All praise, all love, all glory, all worship, all honor be to you, Yahuwah, and only you,
Fucking crazy.
Yahuwah. For Yahusha, Messiah,
This is embarrassing.
Selah. Abba, if your good angels in courts of heaven are trapped, snared, imprisoned, clipped, delayed,
You think
other
Abba
things.
is watching YouTube?
Abba, I bind and cast away the Prince of Persia, the Prince of Persia's legions, the Prince of Persia's friends, and the Prince of Persia's friends' legions. Get them out of here. Heavenly Abba, please get your good angels in courts of heaven on their way. Please tell them I say I love you and thank you. And Abba, can I serve you the way they serve you? I wanted to be born an angel so I would never have to die. Chip.
I wanted to be born an angel
Now that I
so
got
that I
all
would
that
never have to die.
Death out of the way.
Abba.
I just want to serve you. I really do.
Very
I just want to
funny.
be all about you. And Abba, can you take the pain away in my intestines? They
Oh,
really
and if you
hurt.
don't, then you don't exist.
I'm already on my 4th shot of kratom, about to
What is
go
kratom?
for 5 and 6. The pain just hurts today. I'm in a lot of
Does kratom
discomfort
cause
'cause
intestinal pain?
now
Whatever
I
it
got
is?
solid foods going through me. Yeah, if it's not water hurting, the solid foods hurt.
Oh, life is
Abba, I'm
terrible.
lost without you. I love you. All praise, all love, all glory, all worship, all honor be to Yahuwah for Yahusha.
Oh,
There's this song
wow.
by
Yahuwah
Warren
for
Allen.
Yahusha.
I think it's called Ordinary. Okay, the lyrics are terrible. If I could just take the music. Hey, Cecilia, how are you? I've been praying
Kratom is a
that you and I
herb used
can
for pain.
gain some TNA.
Highly addictive.
I'm not
causes
fasting though. I'm
intestinal-
eating. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I've been eating 3 meals plus snacks.
She's taking kratom
And
and
the
she's...
only thing I've been able to gain back is my water weight.
Hold on a second. Excuse me. She's taking kratom and she's complaining to Yahuwah and Abba and Yahusha about her intestinal pain. That seems to be getting worse the more kratom she takes.
Shh, I'm not complaining because it's necessary.
I don't know.
I don't want to be dehydrated.
Oh, man.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Nothing of
Yahuwah.
importance.
Just want to serve them.
I just want to serve him. How? Go do something productive.
Now that
Help
everything is
people.
out of the way, Yahuwah, I just want to serve you. What do you want me to do?
I want you to help people.
I give my life to
Go
you,
out to the
my
community and
body.
help people.
I don't want anybody else.
No,
Please
you don't need
never
anybody
put a
else. Just
boyfriend
go and
in
help
my
people,
life
Holly.
ever
This is
again.
Yahuwah talking.
No men ever again.
Go
But
help
you're the only man.
people.
Only put your perfect self in my way, okay? In Yahusha's name, Selah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
She's
I'm
a
trying
she's
to
a horny
muster
one. This
up.
one.
I'm hungry now, but I gotta muster up to like wash the dishes. I will, Southern.
I will wash.
I
the
love your
dishes.
ID. Southern mofo. I will. I came off the kratom for about a week.
And
I
your
used
intestines
my,
felt better, right?
cannabis, but the strains of cannabis I have actually brought my pain out. I got to be careful of the strains. I'm always watching the terpenes with it.
Why don't you
But
just
like
stop?
certain strains like will knock down the pain, and then certain strains will bring the pain out.
Nonsense.
I was
Nonsense.
on oxycodone for about a week, and I
Oh,
really appreciated the break
that
from
is
kratom for the
addictive.
week. I can't go
It's
without
kratom
some
can't be
form of
addictive.
pain
It's a herb,
management.
right?
My intestines hurt me day and night,
Oh,
every
wow.
single moment of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to a pain management doctor. I was paying $350 cash every month for well over 10 years to get my Dilaudid in the winter
$350 a
and my
month for
30
10
milligram
years?
oxycodone during the summer, and I'd switch between the two to
How
try to
much
keep
is
my
that?
tolerance low. So I was on 2 to 4 milligrams of Dilaudid in the winter, 4 to 6 times a day. And then in the summer, it'd be 30 milligrams of oxycodone,
$42,000 in 10 years. She
4 to
paid
6 times a
for
day every day.
whatever she's
And
talking
then I
about.
had the Valium, the Ambien.
$42,000.
I had the Belladonna, the Levcinex. Oh, they had me on a nice cocktail of stuff. But I'm in pain.
Well, why didn't you...
I'm on top of my diet.
No, you're not. Not if you're in pain.
But this is the
Not if you're in
hand
intestinal
of cards
pain.
I have.
Unless you've got some disease down there in your
And
intestines.
I feel that Abba gave me a miracle because I don't have to live in a doctor's office or a pill bottle, and I can get my kratom for myself, and I don't have to be curled up in a knot in bed day in, day out with my intestines. It's like, it's my large intestines. They wanted to operate on me, and I told them,
I don't know these
You're
herbs
not,
at
no.
all. I've never even heard of them. Belladonna,
nope, I'm keeping my parts in me.
deadly nightshade.
Yeah, I'm at home. This is my little cubby hole.
lost.
Okay, listen. I rent a bedroom in that house, and I'm well taken care of and protected. I love the homeowner, awesome person. I'm so grateful. They give me a
Why are you
home.
telling us this, Holly?
Okay, I don't live in a tent. Like, I know everybody's asking me, but I'm okay. I'm not living in a tent. I honestly have a bedroom. Like, I'm well taken care of. Well, I mean, I pay my bills, but I'm safe here. Like, it's good here. I like it here.
If you're in
I
the
do.
United
It's
States, you're
different.
not safe.
It's different living with somebody, but I need it. Like, I mean, I have not been around another person in well over 5 years. Like, the only ever time I ever saw another person was when I went food shopping. I started taking care of the elderly lady downstairs for me. I was in Sturtsville for 5 years. I don't care if you know where I've been. You can't know where I am now. I'm in New Jersey right now. New York, New Jersey. No. Yeah, you know what, Cecilia? What I've been doing is grounding.
Belladonna
I know
can
that sounds so crazy,
kill
but I
the
was
person.
sick as a dog. And I remember a couple of days dragging
But I
my
don't think she's
ass
mentioned
out to the
belladonna. I
yard.
think it's just been
Literally
kratom.
dragging my ass out to the yard. The homeowner was like, "You're walking around like you're 80. I was like, "Shut up. I feel like I'm 90. But no, I was like walking around like I couldn't
Yeah, she's
stand up
she's
straight.
doing
I can stand up
homeopathy,
straight now. I can put my shoulders
probably
back.
self-diagnosed instead of real medicine.
I don't want you pushing on my belly. My belly hurts,
She used to take it. Oh, she's
but
probably
I
got
can
a
at least
disease,
touch my belly
intestinal disease
without
like
knocking
Crohn's or
myself back
something.
into the Stone Age. Oh my God. When the doctors in the hospital were pushing on my belly, forget it. I remember I went to the doctor's office the second I walked out of his office, got to the car, and
Took some drugs.
I took an unscheduled oxycodone with 2 aspirin, and I sat there for a good 30 minutes waiting for it to kick in because, that hurt. But
She's a junkie.
I'm getting better.
Not getting better. Don't lie.
Yeah, I'm at home. I'm at home. I do love it here, even though it takes like 20, 30 minutes of a drive to get anywhere. Like a convenience store. And I don't dare buy kratom up here because it's like $22 for a shoddy bottle. At least in Sturtsville, I was getting it for 18. But the guy, I did so much business with him, you know, he wasn't going to charge me out the wazoo. One lady was charging me $16 for a shoddy bottle because I did so much
Shot. I
business
thought
with her.
that was a herb. So, is it a liquid herb?
You know, like some of these mom and pop shops are great because I was like, listen, I'm anti-government. It's overreaching. I don't like what we
Anti-government.
have right now. And
I
given
bet,
my
I bet you
background
she's on
coming from
disability
deep
or
underground
something
military
from the
bases,
government, and she's
like
anti-government.
I prefer not to pay any taxes. And if I don't have to pay that money in taxes, how about I just give you that money in tips? So you get a tip, I get my products, and we cut out
Okay, tincture, tea,
everybody
yeah.
else.
Powder, got it.
That always works for me. So I like these mom and pop shops.
You're
that,
very
like,
qualified
do
to
with you like
comment
that.
on
Like
homeopathy.
they could have my $5 in taxes.
Appreciate you.
Let them keep it
Appreciate
as a
what you do,
tip.
Christina,
Cut out
because
the government.
RNs,
We don't need
that's a
them.
tough job.
And I'm not getting my food.
You don't get paid enough.
Don't use a road ever again, then. Don't use a road, whatever. Hi, Andy. How are you? Well, there's no getting me off the roads. And you better watch out for the sidewalks too, because if you piss me off, I'm not above driving on them. I'm joking, of course. I don't mean anything
of
of what I
course.
just
You're
said,
crazy.
especially about the mom and pop shops and not
Yeah,
paying
you probably have to
taxes.
love your work
I don't
in
mean
order
any
to
of
do it,
this.
right? At
It's
all.
opposite day. Everything's said here
See, look at
just for shites and giggles.
look at her thumbnail with a little cross on her forehead. The cross that she
Oh,
was
you know what I want to tell you about the kratom? I will be careful.
making fun of other people wearing.
About the kratom, I don't ingest any of it.
Oh.
I changed it, Southern, because if
You
I
think
want
you're
to
gonna
be
make
honest,
a career
I'll be
out of
honest
it,
right now.
Christina?
The kratom stimulates my appetite. I'm already a skinny person. I have a small frame. You can tell my sister and I had different fathers. My sister looks like her father, and I look like mine. My sister, she's got a medium build. She's just got a medium build. But if you put me next to my half sister, I'm petite. I'm 5'6".
Boring. Get to the tall
But
tales.
I have a small body frame.
Yeah.
I don't have a thick body frame at all.
No, we don't care. We can see.
So with the kratom, I was making a mistake. Okay. When I first started
We want to hear
making
super soldier
kratom
stories.
back in 2019, I was making
I'm
capsules.
gonna
I got a
speed it
capsule
up.
making machine. I actually want to make my own vitamins where I
Yeah,
get
sure
the
you
vitamin powder and pack my own capsules. I would like to do that.
Let's go.
But anyway, so when I first
very
started
fast.
kratom in 2019, every morning and every night I would measure out exactly 2 teaspoons of kratom.
Lovely.
And they would say, if you take kratom, use 3 days on, 3 days off. That way you don't get addicted. Why did I lose a thumbs up? Anyway, thank you. Because I don't get many thumbs up, thank you. Abba, please give that person all the spiritual gifts and answers that they seek from you. In Yahushua's name, Selah. It's just, that's the North, and I don't mean to have my back to you, I apologize. So I was taking like 8 capsules in the morning, 8 capsules in the evening.
Back to you.
And then all that powder, well, it went in powder and
Fuck.
it came out powder.
Come on, get back
So
to super
then-
soldiery.
I think it was in 2021. I went and I got, I don't know what they're called, but it's this
I'm getting faster.
glassware, kitchenware.
Turbo!
At the top, you can seat it's not a strainer, very fine strainer, but you can also put a coffee filter in. And then I think it's a pour over filter where you just pour your stuff into the top part. It goes through the filter. And then in the bottom, it's just the water. So for a long time, Southern, I was drinking kratom tea. I mean, I'd have like 12 cups of kratom tea in a day. Which meant I was not drinking water. I was not getting electrolytes. I was just taking the kratom tea. There's a kratom stimulant in my appetite. I'm already a skinny person. I'm already somebody that, my one doctor, he's retiring. I had him since I was 11 years old. And he said, Holly, you're one of these people, you have to keep on top of yourself to eat. You're just made that way. Women would die to have your body. Oh my God. I remember that Heidi. Oh my God, that woman would never get off my ass. And then she'd get Jody to pick on me and my other friends. You're too skinny, you're too skinny. When my mother was on her deathbed, we had to put a tube in her stomach. Yeah, your mother was 90 years old on a deathbed. I'm not 90 years old. Shut up, lady. All that woman Heidi did was on me about everything. And yeah, I'm going to use the name Heidi. My grandmother had a Shih Tzu named Heidi. Every Heidi, except for that Shih Tzu, what a great dog. I can't tell you how many times I got called Heidi and the dog got called Holly.
Oh, that's a nice story.
Anyway, that woman was on me like way on rice and just pry and about everything. And it's like, lady,
Why didn't you
I
just
don't
tell her to
like
go
your
cry to
cooking.
Yahuwah
I don't
and
like what you
Yahusha?
eat. And no, I am not cooking
And
for you
Abba.
and your husband. I never did. She wanted me to cook. I never cooked for her.
Why not? You're
I
Italian. You
remember,
should have.
The cousin in Townsend, Tennessee, she came in and she's like, oh, are you cooking? And then sat down and expected me to feed her. I never cooked for her either, but I allowed her.
Very
to eat some
Christian
my
of
food.
you,
But I
Holly.
never cooked for those people.
You want to serve
Do you
people,
know who
don't
I
you?
did cook for? I've cooked for the homeowner of this safe house. When I was in Stortsville, I'd call up the owner
A guy who
of
can
this
afford
safe
going to a
of this
restaurant.
house, and I'd say, listen, I made my homemade Alfredo sauce, and I'm eating myself sick of it. You gotta come eat the rest of it. So, but I was never gonna cook for that lady in Maryland.
Maryland.
I was never gonna cook for her or sit there
Oh,
and break bread with
stop.
her.
Stop it. Talk about something that we can actually get entertained by.
Nowhere in the Bible does it say that you have to touch
Bible.
Holly Baglio to pray. This woman was nothing but hands.
Oh, yes,
My
she goes.
altars could not figure out why a lesbian married a guy. She wasn't into him. All of my altars noticed it. She'd walk up behind him, hang on him, but leer at me. I knew there was something wrong with the
making
lady.
a noise. If
When
it
we
goes,
walked in- when I
if
walked
the
in her
stream
house the
stops,
first
it's
time,
because
you know
my
what she
computer
did?
rebooted or something.
She gave up her chair to me. And I said to her, I said, oh, no. No, I'm actually going to
Oh,
make you
no,
take
no,
your
no,
chair
no.
back. That's your chair. No, you need to take your chair back. Oh, no, I insist. Listen, when you come in my house, I'm not
Holly,
giving you my chair.
Don't
up.
come in my house.
I'm going to tell you to go sit in another chair. That one's my spot. That's where I sit. I'm not kidding.
I don't care.
Like, I'm not
kidding either. I'm speeding you up.
Like, you know, at your house, home, you have your places where you sit, right? Like, you just don't. Chicken Alfredo. Oh my God, Southern. I actually got an easy recipe. Like, it's so easy. Yeah, you never share your chair. My grandma and papa, they both had their seats. And I remember, even as a little kid, well, I would mimic grandma and grandpa, and I'd sit in their chair just mimicking them. But the second they came to sit down, my butt was out of that chair and moved somewhere else. I actually had my chair between the two of them. So grandma would sit at the one end of the table by the phone, papa would sit at the other end of the table by the door, and they had my chair right in the middle. So
Right, I'm going to compromise.
but I'd move you out of my chair. I'd be like,
I'm
this
just
is
going
my
to sort
chair,
of
Grandma.
do
I
that.
don't live in Stortsville anymore with that slumlord or with those rotten tenants who ruined my live streams.
Tenants ruined her live stream.
The kid is mentally ill. Get in your houses before I shoot the town up. I'm a combat vet. You ain't no combat vet, kid. You
She
were
got
watching
triggered.
my videos on YouTube, and now you're taking my testimony, trying to say that you're black operations.
Testimony.
You don't even know what black operations is.
Ooh, black operations. Here she goes. Go for it.
Because you're real. Thank you, Southern. I really appreciate
No,
it.
no. Tell us about all the black ops and stuff.
I can't help but be real.
Tell us more about the DUMS. Deep underground.
I'm not one to put up a facade.
What does the DUMS stand for? Deep underground military base or something
usually
like
tell
that.
by my facial
Deep underground
expressions exactly
military
what
base.
I'm thinking. I mean, I try to hide them, but it doesn't work.
Okay, we're going to start skipping.
When you get the little bottles, it might be a little bit
She's
bigger,
still talking
but
about
I
these
get
herbs.
the OPMS little shoddy bottles up. Plates are spying on me. I'm a targeted individual. I like when people come to me with those testimonies. I remember one woman trying to tell me that
your
she was
testimony, Holly, not
a
somebody
Montauk
else's.
assassin. Trying to tell me she went through the Sanford Research Institute and she's somehow
Okay.
a Montauk
Speed up.
assassin like me.
Way speed up.
Asshole. I actually have memories of doing these assassinations. I have memories of being used as a soldier. I have memories of combat. I have
Oh
memories
my
of war.
God.
Just like your public, you know, army, like you guys in the public, you know about your army, Navy, Air
Assassinations.
Force. They're flying. I've been to combat.
Yes.
That's what I was created for.
I was created for combat. See?
That was the sole
With a
purpose
straight
for
face.
Joseph Mangley to create me, and he was successful at everything he did.
All right. Joseph Mengele created Holly Baglio for combat. She be crazy.
And he's still alive.
And Joseph Mengele's still alive. Ooh, what
This
else?
stuff destroyed my life. It really destroyed my
I'll
life. So
bet.
like people out there lying about it
God.
or trying
Lying.
to be trafficked, it's like, oh my God.
Trying to be trafficked, lying. Oh my God.
You know,
Never mind how dead he is.
one
Yeah.
woman came to me, trying to say she was a
He was
Montauk
like born
assassin.
in 1899
Basically.
or something like that.
I'm not going to use any names, and I don't even expect her to tune in. But if she did, listen, the truth is the truth. It's not only Yahuwah that knows the truth. I do too.
Because you are
I'm
who?
his
Holly?
child
Who?
and servant.
Oh, you're a child and servant.
I want it done right, so I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to be his servant in addition to his child. That's just the way I am. So this woman,
She tells you
she tells
like it
me
is, right?
her testimony.
I'm not interested in
Tells me
anybody's
how
testimony.
she went to the library to research everything.
Oh, the library.
And now she's got her testimony, and now she's going to go on these YouTube channels
Oh, competition.
like Imagination Podcast and give her testimony.
Imagination podcast. Like you,
Now, the
that's what
other
you should
people
call
on
yours.
the panel, they all said, no, I don't remember her, but I remember her family member who was in the hospital with us, but I don't remember her.
See, she's going off on a tangent now. I don't know what
She
you're talking
got up
about.
on that panel with everybody and gave a memorized testimony. Everything that she had
Memorized
said to me on the
testimony,
phone,
of course.
from when she would cry on a certain word, stop crying on another word. She would sniffle on a certain word. She would smile on a different word in a different sentence. And everything she said to me on the phone for those 2 hours.
She's explaining how this other woman has a shtick. And so she figured out her shtick. Well, we've all figured out Holly's shtick. She gets very angry when she talks about Yahuwah. And she gets very angry when she talks about Yahusha. And she gets very humble when she realizes that her back is to Abba, who's in the north, and she's facing. I can't. Sometimes I just can't keep up to this woman.
She got up on YouTube on one of these places like Imagination Podcast with Emma and gave a memorized testimony. And she said exactly the same thing to Emma that she had said to me on the phone.
It's exactly what you do, Holly. You say exactly the same thing about the super soldier and the dumbs and the combat and the child trafficking and the what Mengele. I mean, the same thing over and over again. You're a petri dish baby. So fucking what?
Listen, guys, I never had to go to a library to research my testimony and memorize it before I could give it.
Really? So how did you do it, Holly?
You guys saw me right in the middle of my deprogramming. All those videos are still up. Yahuwah told me to put my deprogramming process up live online.
There's an archive of Holly Baglio's deprogramming process from becoming, I guess she got deprogrammed from being a super soldier to being this.
Because there was a need and I was filling it. But all these fakes, frauds, and liars come along, see what I'm doing, and try to steal it for themselves. Same with Allie Carter stealing my testimony. She was never at pyramids, trafficked. She never went to Russia and ran.
I have a testimony that I've never told anyone, but I'm a super soldier, an ex-super soldier. I was born into a combat role, and at the age of 3, I experienced my first combat mission. My father is Joseph Mengele. He's still alive. But the main thing that I want to spend the rest of my life doing is telling you about my testimony of being a super soldier for Yahuwah and Yahusha, and especially for Abba.
Where's she going to run? She doesn't know the language. She doesn't know anybody there.
Just sorry
But
about
she's
that.
not 007. You can look at her and see she's dizzy in the eyes and wouldn't even be able to make her way out of a plastic bag if you left her instructions. And her mommy dearest,
Stand-up
that
comedy.
white lady, she steals Kathy O'Brien's testimony, and you guys can't even.
Who's Kathy O'Brien?
Man, yeah,
Stealing
my
testimony,
the
I
real
think that
deal
should be a
over here
crime.
isn't good enough for you. You got to go out for the fakes, frauds, and liars. Yeah, go be friends to them. I don't need you. I don't want you. If you can't tell the truth, then you're no good to me. What?
That's hilarious. Coming from the biggest liar on the planet. Oh my God, there's something wrong with my audio. It's clipping. Sorry about that if it is. Oh, yes it is. Okay, sorry. Carry on, Holly. Go for it.
They're speaking it or identifying it.
All right, I'm just checking.
Satan's gonna have his way with you guys out there.
Satan. Woo.
And it's so frustrating
I'll bet.
because I actually lived it.
You did.
Watching
you
these
you
other
lived
people
it.
out there steal different testimonies, trying to pass it off as their
That
own.
sucks.
And meanwhile, you guys are running around supporting them, and I'm left out in the cold. And they never went through it. They're lying to you.
Who
And
are
then
they?
you guys want to sit there. Oh, yeah, I'm saved. I've been saved for 20,
Oh, now
30
she's talking
years.
to me.
I
You
love my
guys, me?
Savior.
I
But
never
you
said
can't
anything of
tell
the sort.
that these people are lying.
Who are
You don't know your Savior, because if you had Yahusha,
Ah,
you'd have the
Savior
truth in
stuff.
every situation.
Yahusha stuff.
You'd know that the planet is not a ball. You're still listening to that voice?
No,
It's in your 10 Commandments that he says
I
you
can't
shall
help
not
but
use his name
but
in
laugh
vain,
at
and
this.
it's in our daily
This
prayer.
is comedy gold.
Heavenly Abba Yahuwah, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. His name's hallowed, and you guys don't even know it. And then when you do
How?
know
How
his
do you-
name
how
is
do- how-
Yahusha,
how?
you still don't use the right one? That's because you're rebellious. You do not have a spirit of submission.
scale
You're
of
not relying
1
on Yahuwah.
to
And you know
10.
what? He sends out a strong delusion because you don't love the truth. And here you
Where
guys are
1
listening to Allie and Shelly. You're listening to all of those liars over there, Debbie and Deborah,
Oh, she's been I think she's been a flat earther
Sterling
forever.
and Susan.
If it says so in the scriptures, it's true.
You guys are getting taken. And Yahuwah's going to send out strong delusion because you guys don't love the truth.
Ooh, she.
And you're going to be swept away with the delusion that Yahuwah sends you because you don't love the truth.
She's trying to instill some fear or something to.
And I'm going to be honest, there's not going to be any love loss on my part.
Bitch.
I'm not going to dance on your
She's a
grave, but
bitch.
I ain't going to feel bad when I see you go.
But you're a loving.
You want somebody to
human
feel
being,
bad,
A Christian.
go to Yahuwah because he loves you.
Oh, Yahuwah loves
He
you, but
wants
you
you.
don't care if we die.
I'm only interested in him and his will.
And his will is that
Never be
we die.
confused. My loyalties will never be with you guys. They will always only be with Yahuwah.
Yahuwah. Yahuwah. See?
And it's like that.
It's like that, is it? Tell us more about the flat
I
earth.
mean, if you guys would think that I would have stayed with some loser like the dude that collapsed my lung and let him and his kid live in my house with the way they all lived, you got another.
Whoa. Some dude with a kid lived in her house and collapsed her lung. Did she get stabbed? I can't think of really any other way to collapse a lung.
thing coming.
Christina, nurse?
I'm
Nurse
not that
Christina?
person.
Christina, how many ways is it possible to collapse a lung? Holly Baglio's lung specifically.
I'm not going to put up with false doctrine. And like these other people, oh, Holly, somebody's breaking into my house. They're breaking in. The CIA is sitting outside my house pointing direct energy weapons at me. They wait all day long for me to go to the food store. And when I do, they chase me up and down the aisles making faces at me. They follow me wherever I go. You can't even pay your husband or boyfriend to have sex with you. I highly doubt that the CIA is following you.
God. She said that.
Get a grip. Oh, Holly, somebody's breaking in my house every night. So what I do is I put powder on the floor. I put flour on the floor. Yep, I get out the 10-pound bag of flour and
Who
I
says this
sprinkle
to
it
you,
all
Holly?
over my floor.
Come on, we want names. Otherwise, it's bullshit.
Get out of my chat room.
That's right. Kick them out. Annoying
You
little
don't even
fucks,
know
aren't
what
they?
you're talking
Trolls.
about.
Trolls in chat rooms.
And you obviously don't
English, I
recognize the
used to be able to
teaching of
speak.
the Ruach Kadesh.
We can't see her chat room.
Why are you even in my chat room? You're those little kids still goofing off and playing around.
I remember she always used to do this back in the day, 10 years ago.
What you
Get
say
out of my
has no
chat room.
validity or weight. Hey,
Wow.
Sergeant Braggs, how are you?
I haven't watched her for years.
What was I saying?
Nothing of importance.
See,
Holly.
people don't. That series Chosen that came out was the worst thing to happen for Yahuwah's people like myself.
Series Chosen.
Because none of us act like that. Fake bull crap. Passing out daisy crap. Yahuwah's people are not. Yahusha never acted like those people in that Chosen series. He was never a mush ball like that. Yahusha, my savior, his personality pops up off the page. That series Chosen is not at all how he acted. He was a rebel, a wise ass. He had a sense of humor, that's for sure.
Who did? Yahusha?
He didn't act like a fruitcake. And neither do his people.
So you're saying her collapsed lung was related to drug use?
So whatever was said in my chat room, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. You want some powder puff believer? Go talk to a Christian. I'm not a Christian.
Oh, what are you?
I renounce Christianity. I renounce Catholicism. I renounce all of your religions and all of your doctrines.
You're an atheist.
I walk next to my Savior.
Oh.
Like, I walk my talk. I'm not like one of these other
people.
people.
She's above religion, you know? She's like...
I keep the Saturday Sabbath. I keep his ordained feasts and festivals. I'm all about the Father's will. That's it. The majority of everybody else just talks. Oh, well, I used to believe in a rapture, but
Hold on a second. She's not a Christian. She's not any of those religions, right? But she keeps the Sabbath. So, if she keeps the Sabbath and she's not a Christian, she's Jewish. She's a Jew. Holly Bagliovich. Holly Bagliovich. That's her name. From now on, she's Holly Bagliovich, the Jew, the Jewess.
Oh, I don't know what there is, but here I am at the pulpit talking to a bunch of congregants, just spewing whatever I want out at them.
Just like every other.
I wish these pulpits would go watch Howard Pittman's testimony.
Oh, stop
and
with
take it
bullshit
to heart.
Testimony, because testimony is all
because a
nonsense.
lot of these pulpits on Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Oh my goodness.
They're not going to be resurrected.
There's
to
something to be
everlasting
scared
life.
of.
They're going to be judged more harshly than everybody else.
How do you know?
Me too. I'm going to be judged more harshly than you guys. I know I am.
What does that mean?
I've already told me all of that.
And then?
He already.
She just finished saying she's gonna be judged more harshly than everybody else, and then she breaks into a chuckle. She's a really, really shitty liar.
Me his will for my life, and I get it.
That's all she does for a living. So
and I don't want your blood on my head, so I'm gonna speak this because I'm not gonna go to hell for anybody. So I'm gonna speak the truth.
Holly, please go to hell for me. Please, Holly, go to hell for me. If not anybody, me. She's strung out. You can tell on something.
Not a mama's boy, right?
She's on crack.
Yeah, I made it through those
must have gone to her brain as well as her
I think I got a
intestines.
chance to make it to the end of the 7-year tribulation. I want to see his return so bad I can taste it. I'm waiting for him. All these idiots praying for a rapture. They're praying for an escape route. They're never going to get it.
How's it going to happen?
They're going to die because it's appointed to man to die one time. And they're so scared. They don't deal with the truth.
Scared?
They don't want to deal with Yahuwah's will. So they come up with this escape route that they're going to be raptured. And when they run around talking about this rapture, they're twisting the Bible and they sound like a bunch of Fruit Loops.
But you don't believe in the Bible. You don't believe in any religion. You just said so. You're not a Christian. You don't believe in any religion. But now you're talking about the Bible. Ugh, boy, Holly. You gotta work on your story, Holly. You gotta work on the sequentials, you know. There's a timeline that you can't fuck with it.
They sound just as wacky as the New Agers with their ancient astronaut alien ancestors coming back to save them from this cruel, evil world. They all sound like whack jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That Christian rapture is the same as the New Age alien ascension. It's the same bullcrap. It's garbage. And the Bible doesn't even read like there's a rapture. It doesn't. It reads like there's resurrections. The catching, when it talks about being up in the air, that's explaining what your resurrection is going to feel like. I know, because I died and Yahuwah resurrected me.
She died, and she got
And
resurrected. So she died, and Yahuwah resurrected her, and not Abba, and not Yahusha, but Yahuwah. She died. I mean, you know, the one thing about dying that I have discovered is that when you die or when you're dead, you don't know that you're dead. So, how does she know that she died? Question for the nurse.
he showed me the 2 resurrections in my dreams. I know what they're about. And I should be here on the earth for that first resurrection to commence. I plan on seeing his return, and there's only 144,000 people that are going to make it. Now, they're redeemed from the earth, which means they died and were resurrected.
She's a Mormon.
Redeemed from the earth is not a rapture. It's appointed to man to die one time. Those 144,000 seals that are chosen by Abba, they are men and women servants from the 12 tribes of Israel, not in the country of Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? So of Israel.
History lesson, everybody, from
12
Holly Baglio.
Tribes were not all Jews. The tribe of Judah was Hebrew. Yahusha was Hebrew. What you guys call Jew nowadays is basically it's not Hebrew. It's like Yiddish. And even the Jews, they speak Yiddish. They don't speak Hebrew. Your modern Jewish is Yiddish. Yahusha spoke ancient Hebrew.
Really? So you think that the modern Jews in Israel speak Yiddish? Are you out of your fucking mind, Holly? Maybe you should go to the library and do your research, because your fountain of knowledge is dry. There's nothing in there. There's no knowledge. It's just mush. Like what's in like what your brain is. Mush.
He was Hebrew. The tribe of Judah was Hebrew.
Yiddish. Yiddish. You know where Yiddish comes from? It comes from Europe. Anyway, it's not my show, it's Holly's show.
So Abba's going to pick 144,000 people that have already died and resurrected. They've already died and resurrected. That's why they make it to the end, because they've already died. Even Enoch and Elijah have to come back to die. Enoch and Elijah are the 2 witnesses. No, they're not symbolic. Yes, they're real people. Yes, they're going to be wearing black sackcloth just like the Bible says they're going to wear. How do I know? Well, Yahuwah shows me in my dreams, but we also read about it, hear about it in the Bible. Go get the NIV version. The way the words strike in the NIV is the same, gives me the same imagery in my mind as the dreams of biblical prophecy that Yahuwah's given me. I've seen Yahuwah.
Hold on a second. Isn't the NIV a Christian Bible? But she's not a Christian. She doesn't believe in Christianity. She doesn't believe in any religion, but she refers to the NIV as her Bible. Now, I don't know anything about the Bible, but it seems to me that it's a Christian doctrine, the Bible. And I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Return on a cloud in my dreams 2 times. I've seen in my dreams a 2 resurrection.
Shani and Rev are two. Shani and Rev, and Holly Baglio, and Von Helton and J Dubs. We need them. We need them. We can make like the movie or something. That would be hilarious. Who's a director? I bet you we could find someone like the the Rue guy. What's his name? The atheist Rue. He'll direct it.
I've seen the 7-year tribulation and the end of it in my dreams. So yeah, I anticipate to be here.
She's
And
seen
no,
it in
there's
a
not going to
dream.
be a
I've seen
rapture.
stuff in my dreams.
When
that I know
Marduk
it's never
flies
gonna happen.
over, it's going to start sucking people up off the earth, but that's not a rapture.
Well,
That's
of
not a
bullshit.
rapture,
It
that's
is a
Marduk.
rapture. That's exactly what a rapture is: sucking people up to the earth and into the heavenly arms of Yahuwah or Yahusha, whoever happens to be home at the time. Probably Abba, because Abba sounds like the kind of person who never really leaves the house.
Nibiru is an alien spaceship with Anunnaki living on it. It's not a planet like NASA's telling you guys.
NASA's telling
And
us
by
that
definition,
Anunnaki
what's
is
a planet? A planet's a moving star. Okay, Nibiru, Planet 7X. It's not a star, it's not a planet. It's alien aircraft. Marduk. Anunnaki live on it. Advanced technology is on it. Basically, what's going to happen on the earth, it's going to be a big, beautiful day. Sun shining, beautiful. We think it's
Marduk.
beautiful.
I've heard Marduk in the or read about Marduk in the histories somewhere that I've been listening to and reading. Marduk, ancient history. I think I heard it from what the hell's his name? Scott. Hi, I'm Scott. That guy, great voice. If I think about it, Scott Chesley. That's it. Hi, I'm Scott Chesley, and this is Ancient Times. I think he's the one who he talks about like the beginning of stuff, beginning of civilization. But I yak on too much, don't I?
And then all of a sudden, everything goes black. And this thing goes flying over. Everything goes black. And people start getting sucked up off the face of the earth. And when they rise up towards Marduk, they disintegrate.
It's Marduk.
So some people are going to be like, oh, it's a rapture. And then once they start floating up,
Sounds like the Iron Dome.
Say and click the like button. And I thank you so much for the
What the
support
fuck?
and helping this channel keep running. And
What the fuck have I just done?
it goes black.
Sorry.
And this thing goes flying over. Everything goes black. And people start getting sucked up
Oh.
off the face of the earth.
I've
And when
heard
they
Josh
rise
Brown.
up towards Marduk, they disintegrate.
He did something incredible.
So
with
some
the
people are going to be
Bible,
like,
some-
oh, it's a
some kind of
rapture. And
translation
then
or
once they
something.
start floating up, they're going to realize,
Well, yeah,
no,
I've seen your work, Christina. You're pretty talented.
it's Marduk. These things are coming back. All those things that
Marduk.
you've seen scribed on the pyramids and these temples, those things are coming back.
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
There's 4 things underneath the Euphrates River that's going to break their chains and get out.
Fourth. Do you hear
None
that?
of those is Satan.
No, you're welcome.
That fight with Satan doesn't come yet. That's for the very,
Fight with
very
Satan?
end after Yahusha's reign for 1,000 years. Yahusha has not
What is it?
returned.
Why 1,000
And I've been
years?
seeing videos online
Yahusha's
where it
been
says
missing for
Yahusha's
2,000
returned.
years.
Look at these big, beautiful buildings that used to be and exist, and these big beautiful cathedrals and buildings could have only existed during Yahusha's reign. So he's already come
Nobody
here and
says
reigned
that.
for 1,000 years. No, he has not. How do we know? How do you guys not know? How do you guys not
I
go to
still want to
Yahusha
hear
and
more
say,
about
hey, did
super
I miss your
soldiery.
return?
Come on, man.
He would have said, no, stop listening to these jackasses.
The thing about this
Okay.
nonsense that
I
you're
don't.
spewing
Can you get out of my chat room?
is that it doesn't change.
I don't care about anything that you have to say at all.
Well, then stop
I don't
watching
want
the
you
chat
in my
room.
chat room. You're unwanted. Why are you even here spewing whatever it is you're spewing? People didn't come here to read your
Oh, now
comments in
she's
my
giving a
chat room.
lecture.
They came to see me.
She's so self-centered, full of herself.
Because I'm giving them answers, and all you're doing is spewing.
Spewing. It's all you do.
Go
is
away.
Spewing.
I don't remember inviting you.
Oh, that's funny. All you're doing is spewing. Oh, she looks
Okay.
terrible.
Well,
Look at
then
that. Oh,
leave.
man.
Because it's only you that's here for the
The
comments.
diet sucks.
Everybody else is here for me. You're the troll. I love you, Mel. Mel, do you remember me back in 2018,
stop.
2019,
Speed it up.
2020 when I would just be like, oh, did I offend somebody?
Speeding it up.
I love you, Cecilia. Thank you so much. But no, that's what I really think that is, Nibiru. It's an alien aircraft. I don't think it's, I mean, I used to have a science perspective. Like, I used to listen to NASA and think that it was like an actual
I just didn't.
round planet. I used to think the Earth was a planet. I used to.
Here it comes.
I think the Earth is the Earth, and everything revolves around us. Like the sun, moon, stars, and planets, they all revolve around us. But above us, and there's a firmament. So I've changed vastly in what I think, but I used to. I think that Nibiru, that's all alien aircraft.
Oh boy.
It probably is going to look like the Death Star from Star Wars. I would imagine.
So we're the center
Hey,
of the
Doug,
universe,
how
and
are you?
everything revolves around us. Hello, Brian. I'm learning some interesting facts here from Holly. I just learned that the sun revolves around us.
I'm doing good. Hanging in there. I should take some more of my medicine, and then I think I'm gonna go inside and cook. I think it's about
Okay.
time I start eating breakfast.
It's time to speed it up a little bit, huh? Let's go.
But I've been doing so good. Breakfast is 2 yogurts, 2 eggs, 2 pieces of cheese on a croissant. The yogurt's on the side, of course.
Yogurt's
And tomorrow I gotta go food shopping again. Buy more. That's all I've been eating is like egg and cheese for
Yeah, she
sandwiches
doesn't seem well at all.
and cheese quesadillas and my high calorie shakes. Like, I think I might be getting sick of my cheese quesadillas, but I don't know what to replace it with. You know, like, what am I gonna eat?
Look at her, boy, oh boy. She looks
Right.
old. Old.
So
old.
I don't have meats back in my diet. I just have dairy, eggs, fruit. I don't have like chicken, hamburger, or beef or anything.
Dairy, eggs, and fruit. There's not a lot of really good fiber there. No beans, no legumes, no grains, no. No wonder she's got intestinal problems.
That's gonna be crashing through my intestines like a bowling ball. That's gonna hurt. But I don't know. I'm such a damn picky eater. I don't eat anything. Like,
She needs veg and meat, exactly. But
And it's hard too,
she probably can't pass it through
because
her
now I
fucked
read
up,
labels.
diseased intestines.
But I've been getting 6 eggs a day.
I don't believe you. 6 eggs a day.
I've been eating 6 eggs a day. Eggs are really good for you.
Yeah. you can
Somebody was
tell.
trying to tell me,
Listen,
Holly, you're eating too many eggs. It's like, shut up. No, I'm not. Hey, Cerise, how are you? It's great to see you.
She's got some internal
Hey,
organ disease. You
Turkey.
can tell
I
by her
remember you,
skin.
Turkey.
She's
It's
got
great to see you.
I'm pretty sure she's
Apples.
got internal organ
I was
disease.
thinking
What do you
maybe
think,
I
Christina?
could do tuna fish sandwiches. Or maybe grilled cheese. Because if I burn the grilled cheese, I'm liable to burn the grilled cheese. How am I feeling? I'm feeling a lot better, Cerise. I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, I feel
You're
a lot
lying.
better.
She does not
My
feel
fever's
better.
gone.
She feels like shit. She's in
I
pain.
can stand up straight. Like I said, I've been adding things back to my diet.
She's lying.
Not to be too vocal or gross, but I finally yesterday
Crohn's
started to
disease. I
go
was
to the
thinking, I
bathroom
didn't
like
want
a
to say
normal
it, but
person.
yeah.
Like no water was coming out anymore. I was just going normal. And that's kind of painful. But
I think you're
my
right.
pancreas and my liver, they don't hurt as much. Like the pain in them went
Isn't that like colitis and ileitis, something like that?
down. And I can stand up straight, so I'm feeling better. Feeling better. On toast with green tea.
She should drink more green tea.
That could work. I could throw some pimentos in with my tuna fish. Tuna fish, mayo, salt, pepper, maybe some pimentos.
There you go. Yeah, listen to the crickets in the background there. Can you hear them?
I just don't know what to eat.
What you got in your house? Go and eat it.
So, but yeah, since we got the chickens here, I mean, I'm only eating eggs from 2 different chickens, so
She needs a
that's
medical
gotta be
doctor.
healthier than
Absolutely.
eating eggs from a store.
No,
You never know
not.
where those chickens are that you're eating them from.
Bullshit.
You know?
Bullshit. Not in your condition. It
Oh
doesn't-
yeah,
It doesn't make a difference.
they are. Let me finish my medicine. It'll help. It'll help me eat. I'm doing good. I gotta honestly, Cerise,
Okay, I'm speeding this up. She's gonna start.
I have to focus on my eating because I dropped down to 100 pounds.
You know, she's been talking about.
I think I
her
got my
eating
water
for
weight
years
back,
and years
so
and years and years and years.
I think I'm 104 now.
Bet you I could go back to my very
But
first
I gotta eat. And that's
recording
like such a
video
hard
of
job
Holly,
to do.
Holly Baglio.
It really
She's talking
is.
about
Oh no.
her eating, her lack of eating. Oh no, what?
Do I have American? Yes, I do. I bought American cheese yesterday. Do you know I ate 2 boxes of Italian ice?
Italian
And then I
ice,
ate a box of Gushers.
Whoa, what's all that?
You know, the fruit things?
Is that sugar?
I couldn't help it. I had like a sweet tooth.
Mm.
So, I'm trying to get myself in the habit of always eating. It's just, I get so sick and tired of cooking. Like, really tired of cooking.
You're Italian. How can you be sick and tired of cooking? We can hear the lighter. You're not fooling us.
You're not on information. Yeah, and I'll tell you, Turkey, to even
All right.
feed our bodies
Speeding
with the right food.
Oh, more diet
Um,
advice.
I'm gonna start on diatomaceous earth
Good
again.
night,
I was reading
Christina.
how, like,
Thanks
if
for
you
joining
do
me.
a detox and you
Thanks for
don't
joining
do the
us.
detox right, then the parasites can embed themselves even deeper into your organs. You know what? I'm just gonna drink diatomaceous earth
Diatomaceous
because
earth. What the hell's that?
they don't build up an immunity to diatomaceous earth the way they do all these other medications. My weakness are
Diatomaceous.
chips, really.
Okay, I'm gonna go speed this
Yeah, I
up
like the
because
gushers
she's.
because they're chewy. I get the watermelon and sour apple gushers. I got 2 boxes of them yesterday.
There we go.
But just I want to keep myself in the habit of going
You're
into the kitchen,
welcome.
getting something to eat, and cooking it. Like, I'm trying to force
Come
myself
back
in
for
that habit.
more.
So I figured, like, the worst I eat are the gushers and Italian ice. I couldn't help it. But that's like the worst I eat. But I've been making sure to get Celtic salt, and I've been drinking the liquid IV. But I want to order the Dr. Berg's mix because he has trace minerals in that. And I'll get a lot more buying that from him online than I will buying liquid IV from the store because it's so expensive. No, I would starve to death if I hate vegetables. I could never be a vegan. I hate vegetables. I love fruits. No. I hate vegetables. No way. Plus, vegetables aggravate my intestines. Like, I can only eat so much salad before it hurts my intestines. Like, I'll eat certain raw fruit. Like, I'll eat, like, raw peppers. I don't like carrots. I like carrot juice. Yeah, I'm not. I hate vegetables. I'd starve to death if I was a vegan. That would never work for me. But yeah, Cerise, I haven't celebrated. I know I didn't look very good in my videos, but I begged people not to celebrate. I admit it, Abba, honestly, I did beg people not to celebrate.
What a fool.
I asked them and I begged them, Abba, not to celebrate the 4th of July. I asked everybody yesterday to save, like, their fireworks for, like, the Feast of Tabernacles or the Feast of Trumpets. You know, ooh, the Feast of Trumpets, that would be good.
Ooh, the Feast.
Be like, Abba, I don't have a shofar, but I can make a racket with fireworks.
Okay, I'm gonna speed it up again. Oops. Wrong one. Go.
No, we're not. I agree. And my freedom doesn't come because okay, this might be stupid, but this is my opinion or my understanding of the 4th of July. Supposedly, George Washington didn't want to be a part of the Freemason Lodge in Britain, so we all had to go to war over it and fight. So, because one Freemason Lodge didn't want to be a part of another Freemason Lodge, whole bunch of people unnecessarily had to die for it. And from that, this country gets their independence. All right. I get my independence and freedom through Yahusha and his blood that he poured out of himself and drained out of himself when he was crucified. That's where my freedom and independence comes from. So
That's dumb.
I like fireworks. Anyway. Yeah, set the captives free. I'm not in the mood to get trolled. Really. Can create meals for my family, maybe. Time-consuming, right? To search for recipes. Oh my God, can I be honest with you, Mel? That was something that happened to me. Listen to me, I put myself in a position. Nobody else did it to me. But I started cooking when I first got here. And in under 2 weeks, I was pulling my hair out, stressed out, and pissed off. And it was all at myself. Listen, I don't cook every day for myself. I don't want to cook every day for myself. I'm kind of pissed off that I have to cook every day for myself. But just because I cook every day for myself does not mean I'm cooking for anybody else. I'm not anybody's wife. I don't want to be anybody's wife. Actually, I am Yahusha's wife. He doesn't make me cook for him. Well, there's a meal I like to cook. I like to cook for him, but he doesn't force me to cook. I cook on my own. So if my own husband Yahusha does not make me cook for him, there is no chance on earth that I'm cooking for anybody else. But anyway, I came here and I started cooking, and then I was worried about what time, like, they're leaving big messes. Where I get it to, Mel, is in between my shoulders. Like in there from bending over and stuff.
She looks like hell. She really does. I'm sorry to say.
But to be honest, personally, I don't celebrate even my own country's Independence Day. Yeah, I'll be honest, Turkey. I don't celebrate any of this stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, I do use medicinal cannabis. It actually helps me to eat.
Cannabis helps you to eat? Really?
I'm certainly not partying on anything. I don't want that kid back in my chat room. That's just rude. No, actually, it's not a bong rip. Jerk. Like, man, sometimes, I was actually thinking what it would be like if I went back on pain management pills. No. I would go straight back to my kratom. I wouldn't last on it. No, I don't celebrate your Freemason holidays. And you can get out of my corporation. Go somewhere else.
Man, she's a right bitch, this Holly. All right, what's with the muting? Did I do something? What's going on with the muting? Hang on. Why is there no sound? Is there sound at all? Oh, let me just double check here. Maybe I... Oh, maybe I... No. Crap. There's no sound. And I don't know why. Well. I don't know why that happened. Maybe, did she turn it off or did I turn it off? Alright, let's try, okay, 134. Let's try another one.
Kevin J, Mason Miami, Joni Dog, Norm Pritchett, Arabelle Garbo, and...
All right, that one works. So it's obviously Holly herself that's gone mute. It's okay, so I'm at 134. Let me just go back a bit.
Anywhere.
All right, so she's right talking, and I'm at 134. Let's see.
Come.
There. Probably somebody's going to tell her that she's muted, and she's going to come back. I'm assuming. All right, speed it up until she comes back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, sorry about that. I'm not a fan of pharmaceuticals. I quit them January 4th, 2014. I quit the pain pills first. And then 3 months later, I quit the Klonopin. So, I quit the pain pills, sleeping pills, Levcinex, Belladonna. I quit everything. But I left the Klonopin for last to keep me calm. So I quit the majority of my prescriptions January 4th of 2014. Then 3 months later, I quit the Klonopin. Never again. I hate Klonopin. I hate the way it makes me feel. I will never take it again. It just sucks. I hate Klonopin. It's not safer for you. It sucks. It sucks. That I should have came off the Klonopin first and just came off my pain pills last. Like, man, there's other things like Valium and Xanax that work just fine. You know, but no, I'll never touch that stuff again. Like, not even to take it once. I hate the way it makes me feel. Hate it. There's certain medications, like I hate Vicodin. I can't take codeine because I break out with highs all over. There's certain medications, boy, I just can't take them. I cannot stand the way they make me feel. But I can tolerate the kratom, and I can deal with the medicinal cannabis. The kratom, though, I've been taking it in the mornings, and then letting it wear off, and stopping for the rest of the day, and then I've been using my medicinal cannabis in the evenings. I really need like a heavy-duty pain pill when I first wake up, because praise Yahuwah, usually everybody's gone in the mornings by the time I wake up and need the bathroom, so they don't have to hear me yell in pain.
What, she yells in pain when she uses the
Usually
bathroom?
towards the evening, my pain, like I got to get up and start moving. So like the first 2 hours of moving are god awful, but once I get going, I'm like a diesel engine, and you know, I feel good. I feel better.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You are ill.
But
you are very ill, Holly.
Like the kratom blocks the cannabis feeling. Yeah. And what I can't
Those
stand.
are just all excuses.
No, I don't have iPhones. Listen, if I have to spend more than $100 on my cell phone, I'm pissed off. Like, no. And helps and alleviates nausea. Yeah, most of the time it's what gets me eating. There's a dispensary that opened up near here. And because they're new, they're
She can say as much as she wants that she
buy
wakes
an
up
ounce.
feeling
They have
shitty but
ounces
gets
for
better during the day.
$135.
But she's ill.
That's cheaper than my guy. And I get a choice.
Okay, well, we're going to speed you up again because you're just keeping us, you're just talking nonsense. We want you to talk, we want to learn something about super soldiery. Don't we,
I've been lucky. I've reviewed myself. I've been Barack's because I've been able to go to this place and pick out what I want and get what I want and only pay about $10 a gram. And I get what I want, like Durban poison, blue tree. What do I want? And I know the names and I can look up the terpenes.
Normal and we go
I take the day miserable and then the following day I was like, forget. It was milk thistle and golden seal.
Oh, she's inside, all right.
But the other day, boy, my heart was fluttering and I was nervous.
Why?
Well, it's in Abba's will that nobody perish. I'm trying to be kind here.
Okay, we're back to tall tales.
So I said, I'll give you 3 months. He didn't fix anything. So I called up the state in December 2024 and I said, listen, my windows are stuck open. It's in the middle of winter. They've been stuck open all summer. The stairs, the sewage smell coming up from the bathtub, all the leaking from my apartment down into the elderly ladies downstairs. There's mold in the walls.
Okay, we don't want to, we don't care.
Opened up the elderly lady's house for her again. Take pictures of him. And all he was doing was standing there. He'd keep texting afterwards.
Okay, this is getting...
I had him saying that he wanted to push everybody out so he could jack weak and feeble, but having a sewage smell coming up would be stupid enough to stalk me here. That would be like a really dumb...
You know, it's about stalking. Well, you know what I think? I think we're done with Holly for the night. And I'm just going to say, yeah, we're done with her. We say, thank you, Holly. You've entertained us for almost 2 hours. But now we have to go because it's bedtime. Bedtime for me, bedtime for you, bedtime for all you nice people out there. Thank you for watching. Good night. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.